Well, I am 2 weeks behind with content. So, without delay, let's get into today's teamfight breakdown between the only team from Europe qualified for Worlds against the lower bracket Tra-la-la-la. Today, we are focusing in on G2. As the one and only team qualified for Worlds, we get to see what they bring to the table and what people should realistically be looking out for when playing up against them. And while we also have XL in this matchup, who are technically qualified for playoffs and could make Worlds, they aren't there yet, and they lose this game, so let's just get into the drafts. Simply put, G2 want to front to back teamfight you with a heavy engage setup from Jarvan, Sedge, and even the Silas that gets accelerated by Sivers on the hunt, as well as Lulu's Whimsy. This makes it hard for XL to react to what G2 want to do, as the amount of reaction time they get is minimal. Furthermore, G2 have drafted to counter the Nyla pick, as Patrick is considered the key carry of this XL lineup. Moving on to the Rift, and one thing I neglected to mention is just how deadly and tanky this G2 roster are in chokeholds. As 25 minutes into the game, we aren't even by a Drake for once. Instead, we are looking in the mid lane. XL are keeping G2 as long as possible in the Baron River, as they try to keep them away from their soul. This method is usually used as a means to not allow G2 to do the Baron, while one of their members, likely their top laner in Finn, goes and takes the Drake solo. This forces G2 to engage if they want to contest this soul. As obliged to do, G2 go in. Glacial Prism and a Cataclysm are used onto the Taric, as G2 essentially want to force out that ult so that they can re-engage later on without invulnerability. However, G2 don't get out that Cosmic Radiance, and what they actually end up doing is burning 3 of their strong ults in order to get just a singular flash out from Mickey. But G2 aren't the reigning LEC champions for no goddamn reason. Watch how they reposition around Broken Blade, who has just been caught out. This is huge because as he goes into status to avoid the Call of the Forge God, simultaneously coming over the wall is Caps and Yankos. They burst out Viego and force alongside this the Taracle. This is where G2 realize, okay, time to back up, as invuln targets means no damage, so repositioning again is the key for G2. Once that times out and Broken Blade stopwatch is broke, Yankos goes back in to do 2 things. 1, peel for BB, who is obviously exceptionally low, and 2, pick up an easy kill on the low health jungler who was targeted in that prior engage. XL are now doomed, as they've clumped up in that chokehold. It allows Yankos to knock up multiple members and also flag it to slay. Once that Cosmic Radiance has faded away, it means Boomerang Blade after Boomerang Blade and Ricochet after Ricochet can hit onto the XL members, and it just shreds them apart. One after another, they fall to this G2 lineup, who then win this game. after a very dominant fight. They claimed Seoul as well because XL didn't even go to it. That's how easy this game was for G2, and that's why we see them as the first team qualified for Worlds. Yes, I know that Gen G are going and so are T1, but hey, G2 were the one and only team after week 8 to qualify for Worlds without playoffs. So there we go. That's this team fight done, dusted. Pretty simple, honestly. Didn't have to talk too much about how each mechanic worked, but yeah. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time for the final week's team fight breakdown. See you guys then. Peace out.